Okay, on this video, I'm going to show you how to solve the equation by getting rid of the fraction. Instead of dealing with this 3/5 and multiplying it through, we're going to clear the fraction so that we're not dealing with fractions at the beginning of the problem. So you look at the denominator. So my denominator there is 5. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, so that's going to cancel out. 5 times 10 is 50, so I have 50 there. So this equal sign, I'm going to draw a line down here, okay, to signify that, you know, this is the left side and this is the right side on my equal sign. You could draw a big wall, a big box around it like I'd been doing, but this is just a shortcut method for doing it. Okay, now you have a 3 here times x plus 5. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this 3 now through this parentheses. I'm going to distribute that. So this is going to stay 50, and this is going to be 3x plus 15. 3 times x is 3x. I bring my plus down. 3 times 5 is 15. Now I have a two-step equation like we've been used to solving. I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. Extend this down, so that's going to be a 3x on that side because that's 0. And 50 minus 15 is 35. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 3 because 3 times x is multiply, so the opposite of that is divide. And so I have a fraction 35/3, and that does not reduce down anymore. I can't divide anything to 35. That also goes into 3. So my answer is 35/3 equals x. Okay, so let's do another one. If you feel like you understood that, go ahead and pause the video after I write the equation out and see if you can solve it and then hit play. Okay, so 11 is equal to 1/2 times 7x minus 8. So if you're feeling confident, go ahead and pause and try to work it. Okay, so you look at the denominator. The denominator is 2, so we're going to multiply both sides by 2. 2 times 11 is 22. This 2 is going to cancel out with the denominator. That's why we did that. That's why we multiplied both sides by 2. So I have a 1 left there, so 7x minus 8. Well, this is nice. When I multiply by 1, everything just stays the same. So 1 times that is just going to be 7x minus 8, and I have a 22 on that side. So now I'm going to add 8 to both sides. And again, we could have a line here. You know, this is my equal sign. It's like a wall. When you cross that equal sign, you've got to change signs. So that becomes 0. So I have 7x over there. 22 plus 8 is 30. To get rid of the 7 on the 7x, I've got to divide both sides by 7. So 30 over 7 is my answer. It doesn't reduce. My 7's cancel. So x equals 30 over 7. Okay, let's try another one. So let's do 12 equals 7/2 times 5x plus 2. So again, my denominator is 2. So you look at your denominator, that's what you multiply by because you want the denominator to cancel out. Now that 2 and that 2 are gone. 2 times 12 is 24. And then I'm left with a 7 out in front, and I have 5x plus 2 in my parentheses. Now I'm going to distribute this 7 through that parentheses. So I have 24 equals 7 times 5x is 35x plus 7 times 2 is 14. Now I need to get rid of my 14, so minus 14 from both sides. That becomes 0. 24 minus 14 is 10. So 10 equals 35x. You always then divide by the number with the letter. So I'm going to divide both sides by 35 because I want to get my x alone. So I need to divide by 35 to get my x alone. Now, my answer is 10 over 35. except that it will reduce. So 5 goes into both of those. Always think, what number goes into the top that also goes into the bottom? Well, 5 does. 5 goes into 10 2 times, and 5 goes into 35 7 times. So my answer is 2/7. Okay, let's do another one. 4 is equal to 1/3 times 4x plus 9. So my denominator is 3. I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation by 3. That 3 and that 3 cancels out. 3 times 4 is 12. Then I have a 1 that's left, and then my parentheses is 4x plus 9. And again, this is nice. My number out in front is 1, and remember when you have a number in a parentheses, it means multiply. So I would take 1 times both of those, but 1 times anything is just going to leave the anything the same. So this becomes 12 equals 4x plus 9. The 1 doesn't change anything. So now you've got to get your x alone. I'm going to do the 4 last, so I need to subtract 9 from both sides. So that's 0. 12 minus 9 is 3. And then your last step is to divide by the number on your letter. So divide both sides by 4. 3/4 doesn't reduce, so your answer is x equals 3/4. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. You can go try your assignment now.